Yeah, good morning. And how is audio? Audio is okay? Okay, we'll start. Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Om Sadashivasamarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashya Kritau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punaha गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुर्गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम् ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन घ्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीं नमोऽस्तु ते व्यासविशालबुद्धे पुल्लारविन्दायतपत्रनेत्रा येन त्वया भारततैलपूर्णः प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमयप्रदीपः प्रपन्नपारिजाताय तोत्रवेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः सर्वोपनिषदो गावो दोग्धा गोपालनन्दनः पार्थो वत्ससुधीर्भोक्ता दुग्धं गीतामृतं महद् वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं भीष्मद्रोणतटा जयद्रथजला गान्धारनीलोपला शल्यग्राहवती कृपेण वहनी कर्णेन वेलाकुला अश्वत्थामविकर्णघोरमकरा दुर्योधनावर्तिनी सोत्तीर्णा खलु पाण्डवैः रणनदी कैवर्तकः केशवः पाराशर्यवचः सरोजममलं गीतार्थगन्धोत्कटं नानाख्यानककेसरं हरिकथासम्बोधनाबोधितं लोके सज्जनषट्पदैरहरः पेपीयमानं मुदा भूयाद्भारतपङ्कजं कलिमलप्रध्वंसिनः श्रेयसे मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम् यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतस्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैर्गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनो यस्यान्दं न विदुःसुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः Om. Good morning and namaskaram to all. So we have been discussing Srimad Bhagavad Gita. We are in the 17th chapter. We completed up to verse number 13. 17th chapter is Shradhaa-Thraya Vibhaaga Yogam. 13 we finished. And now we'll move to the 14th slokam, 17th chapter. So from 14, 15, 16, Bhagavan is explaining about the tapas. Okay, tapas. So earlier explained about the yajnam, and now after based on tapas, Bhagavan is going to explain. 14th slokam, 17th chapter, 14th. Devadvija Guru Praknya Pujanam Shauchamarjavam Brahmacharyam Ahimsacha Shariram Tapa Uchyate. Devadvija Guru Praknya Pujanam Shauchamarjavam Brahmacharyam Ahimsacha Shariram Tapa Uchyate. Devadvija Guru Praknya Pujanam. That is worshipping of Devas, Dvija, Guru, Praknya. Once again. And then Shaucham and Arjavam and Brahmacharyam and Ahimsacha. So one who is practicing all of this is said to be having Shariram Tapaha. These are the Shariram Tapaha. that is body, with the connected with the body. Shariram, with connected with this gross body here. Okay, Shariram. What is the Deva Pujanam? Who are the Devas? Devas are that which is, you can see them and they are doing in the Nishkama Karma, like Agni, Prithvi, Vayu, Apaha, Jalam, water. Okay, all water bodies. The Prithvi which is there, which is giving us food. And without water nothing can sustain here. And Agni, of course, fire is fire, Vayu, and sun. Okay, sun. All of this, these are the Devas. They are doing karma. They are doing their karma without expecting anything in return. Whether you clap or whether you abuse, the sun is not going to stop rising every day, right? Similarly, whether you are a good or bad, air is available to everyone, right? 21% oxygen is available to the good people or bad people, no difference, no discrimination. So they are the Devas. Also, Devas are the deities of our Indriyas. See, our Karmendriyas, Vak, Pani, Pada, Payu, Upastha, right? The speech, the deity of speech, Pani, the deity for our hands, deity for our legs, deity for our excretion, deity for Vak, Pani, Upastha, the reproductive organs. So all of these deities, and also Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandham, our Jnanendriyas, right? All the Jnanendriyas. Also the deity of for the eyes, for the ears, for the tongue, taste, etc., right? And also the twak. So all the deities of the various sense organs as well as our motor organs, the deities, they are also Devas. So these are the Devas and we should worship them. Why? Because without that we will not sustain. We will not be alive here. Without them, we won't be alive. That is the Deva Pujanam. So we should worship them with the body. Okay, we should worship, we should do namaskaram to them, etc. So Deva, then Dvija. Dvijas means one, Dvija word meaning is twice born. What it means is that one who is in the path of knowing Brahman, or one who has realized, one who has Brahma Sakshatkaram. So they are the Brahmanas. Okay, they are the Brahmanas. So the Dvijas, we should worship them who are Brahmanas, who have realized souls, and also who are in the path of realized souls, so realizing the truth. Okay, all of them are called Brahmanas. Then Deva, Dvija, Guru. Guru is one who removes the ignorance in our life. He is one who impart good knowledge, or he is the Guru. So Guru also. Then Prajna, that is scholars. Okay, scholars in various disciplines we can take. All of them, they give us knowledge, right? In the schools or in music or wherever we are getting some knowledge from parents, from our friends sometimes. So from wherever we get knowledge, and from the Prakriti, right? From the birds, the plants, etc. we learn a lot from the nature also. So all of them are Gurus only. So they are the Gurus and Prajnas. From all of them we worship. So that is the meaning Deva, Dvija, Guru, Prajna, Pujana. We should worship them without any ego. We should have the humility to prostrate in front of them and do namaskaram and do pranamam whenever we meet them. So in the early morning we pray to the sun god, and also we do namaskaram to the earth, the waters, etc. All the Panchabhutas, Akasha also, all of them we do worship and we do namaskaram to them. Danda namaskaram we have to do. So that is the Deva worship. Similarly Dvija also. Brahmanas, when you see, we have to do namaskaram to them. We should do the Danda namaskaram to them. Guru, Prajna, scholars, etc. We should have respect and gratitude towards them. Then Shaucham. Next is Shaujam, cleanliness. Cleanliness of the body. We should keep our body very clean. Okay. So then cleanliness of the body. Then Shaujam. Then Arjavam. Arjavam is behaving without any crookedness, straightforwardness. Okay. So straightforwardness is a must. There is no conflict. There is no conflict between the mind and the body. Okay. That leads to more and more arjavam. So if there is a conflict, between the body and mind says something and then body is doing something else. That is a conflict. So if there is a conflict, that leads to an impurity. That is not arjavam. It is not straightforwardness. Straightforwardness is whatever is coming from the conscience, from our manasakshi, from whatever it is coming, whatever the mind is telling, if we are doing it, then there is no conflict. Okay, that is arjavam, straightforwardness. Okay, that is straightforwardness. Then rijutvam. Rijutvam is no crookedness. That is the meaning. Then next is shaujam. Already we said, it's deha shuddhi is required. Cleanliness that helps to get a good concentration of the mind. Right, when you want to do meditation, etc. Right, we should be very clean. You should the body should be clean. And next is Saucham, Arjavam, Brahmacharyam, celibacy. Celibacy is very important factor. The celibacy, it increases the manobalam and also dehabalam. It increases the manobalam. The mind will not get scattered here and there. Okay, so celibacy is important here. Then it is a tapas, it is a tapas. So what during when this is there, the administered, this tapas is done when you say going to Shabarimala, etc. Say 41 days, we have tapas. So all these are there. You have to follow the celibacy, etc. You should not eat non-vegetarian. You should not be using any bad words. You should see everyone as Swami. Everyone is Bhagavan only, Ayyappa. So these are the tapas. Okay. So Deva Dvija Guru. 1 second. Yeah. Deva Dvija Guru Praknya Pujanam, Shaujam, Arjavam, Brahmacharyam, then Ahimsa. Right? Ahimsa. So means not have the intention to hurt anyone with the body. Okay. There should not be any intention. We have discussed about ahimsa earlier also. Right? Intention should not be there to hurt. And if there is no intention, then the bodily harm will not be there. Sometimes it will happen, okay, but there is no intention, and we should 100% avoid hurting anyone with the body. Okay, so ahimsa is required. Then brahmacharyam ahimsa cha shariram tapa uchyate. So this is the shariram tapas. These are the shariram tapas. What is the purpose of a tapas? The purpose of a tapas is realize the self. Right? So, realizing the self is our goal. And for that, we need purification of the mind. The mind should be removed of raga and dvesha, attachment and aversion. And for that, we have to do shariram tapas also. Okay, the bodily tapas, shariram tapas is necessary. And also, one more thing, a weak body, okay, a weak body, it is very difficult for a weak body to realize the truth. It is necessary that the body should be strong enough, okay, need not have the strength to lift, say, 200 kg weight or run a marathon or climb Everest. No. Physical condition should be good. That's all. General health condition should be there. Then only we will have the ability to sit in a class and listen to Vedanta, or travel to a place to listen to Vedanta or Bhagavad Gita or Upanishad and also read. You should have the strength and the ability, the senses. Your eyes should be in good condition to read scriptures. The ears should be in good condition to listen to the talks, right? Listen to the guru, etc. So health is very important. So that is why this shariram tapas, whatever we have explained here, it will all lead to a healthy body. Healthy body is necessary, and everyone must strengthen their body, mind and speech also. See, that is going to come. Okay, that is shariram tapas, vangmayam tapas and also manasam tapas. So these three types of tapas will be explained here. So we are explaining the first one. One important point is the strength of the gross body depends on the strength of the mind. Okay, the subtle body. If the subtle body is weak, if the mind is weak, then it will affect the gross body also. If the mind is always disturbed, if the mind has got a lot of disturbances, anxiety, tension, this is what? Disturbances means what? Anxiety and tension. This leads to a lot of physical problems. It will lead, even the doctors also say, don't be under tension and stress, your cholesterol will increase. Because there won't be proper metabolism will not happen when you eat food. So it is very important to have a clean mind to have a strong body. So these are interconnected. We should always remember that. One second. So again, one more time we will read the verse. Deva Dvija Guru Praknya Pujanam Shaucham Arjavam Brahmacharyam Ahimsacha Shariram Tapa Uchyate. Okay, so this is the Shariram Tapas, which is necessary, which is a good practice for self-realization. We'll move to the next one. Ahimsa, already we explained, our physical body should not become an instrument to hurt others. Okay, there should be no intention to hurt. Very, very important point here. This is the Shariram Tapas. Next is Vangmaya Tapas. Vangmaya Tapas. 17:15. Anudvegakaram Vakyam Satyam Priyahitam Chayat Swadhyayabhyasanam Chaiva Vangmayam Tapa Uchyate. Speech which causes no excitement, which is truthful, which is pleasant, which is beneficial, and also the regular study of scriptures. These are said to be the austerities of speech. Okay. Anudvegakaram Vakyam. The words that we utter, the words that we speak, should not cause any excitement in the listener. This is very, 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 very important. Okay, it should not cause. If at all it causes any excitement or any sort of disturbance, hurt in the other, if there is a possibility of saying sorry, we must say sorry, and we should not repeat it. We should contemplate on it, and we have to be very, very careful and practice to say things which is not causing any disturbance in the other's mind. Anudvegakaram Vakyam. Right? So this is very, very important. We generally we speak out of our habit. Vasana is there. From the vasana we always say something. Without our knowledge, the words just fall out. The words, once it is come out of the mouth, you can't take it back. Right? it will hurt. It is very more hurtful than a weapon. Hurtful words when we speak to our parents, children, wife, husband, friends, right? Even teachers nowadays. So the words that we say, it should not cause any disturbance. It should not cause excitement. Excitement means disturbance only. It should not cause any disturbance in the mind. It should not cause anxiety in the other. Okay, when husband says something or when the wife says something, immediately retaliate with a vengeance or with so many things behind the mind, and then from that vasana, when these words, when we say, we ourselves will be ashamed. Why did I say this? And then, already the broken glass or broken thing, we have to, somehow put together with the paste and things like that. Why? So we have to be very, very careful in our speech. That is what the first thing. Anudvegakaram vakyam. Then satyam. It should be honest, truthful. Okay, it has to be honest, truth. Then priyam. It should be pleasing. Okay, it should be pleasing to the ears, to the other, pleasing to the ears. And it should be hitam also. It should be beneficial. See, if the words are not pleasing, okay, there is a saying, what is it? Satyam apriyam. Satyam bruyat, priyam bruyat, na bruyat, satyam apriyam. Satyam bruyat. You should tell the truth. And you should priyam bruyat. It should be pleasant. Na bruyat satyam apriyam. If it is apriyam, if it is apriya satyam, if it is not a pleasant thing, you have to be very cautious. Okay, if it is not necessary, by saying a few words of truth, if it is not going to have any hitam, if there is no hitam, and if it is unpleasing, then better keep quiet. Again I repeat, if the words are not pleasing, even if it is a truth, and if it is not going to do any hitam means any beneficial. If it is not beneficial, because it is saying something to a deaf ear, the other person is not going to listen at all. When you are so sure that the other person is not going to listen and it is going to be unpleasant, there is nothing learning from it, even if it is a truth, don't speak. Okay, if it is apriya satyam, should not be. But if it is hitam also, we have to be very careful. You have to have a proper balance between this hitam and priyam. Okay, it is very tricky. It's very tricky. You can say things which is unpleasant, but if there is a lot of hitam in it, sometimes we may have to say, but you have to be very discreet. You have to be very careful in uttering those words. If it is hurting, if it is too much hurting, etc., avoid. Okay, this by wisdom only you will know. We all will know by our own wisdom. And I'll tell you when to talk, what to talk, once you have realized the truth. Okay, once we have realized the truth, automatically we will know what to speak, what not to speak. There will be no confusion, guaranteed. There will be no confusion whether I should say this, whether I shouldn't say this. There will be no confusion. It will be perfect if it is coming from the consciousness. Okay, if it is coming from the consciousness, definitely we should never be a prey to our emotions. We should never be a prey to our vasanas, and the words that is coming will be perfect. But we have to understand this anudvegakaram vakyam, then satyam, it should be truth, honest. You have to be honest. It should be priyam also, and apriyam, and if it is not a satyam, asatyam, you should not say. So flattery words and all that. Oh, you look fantastic, this, that, and all that. If the other person is suppose not that way, you should not unnecessary flattery words and all. We should not be We should not be speaking. And so satyam, it should be satyam. It should be honest. Honest appreciation is perfect. Priyam hitam chayat, then swadhyaya abhyasanam. Here, swadhyayam. Swadhyayam means studying of scriptures. Swadhyayam does not mean only learning Vedas. Okay, it is not only learning Vedas. It is studying of Bhagavad Gita, Upanishad, Prakarana Granthas, Bhagavata Puranas, etc. with Tattvam inside it. So that study of that, Swadhyayam. Abhyasanam is we have to chant. We have to chant Bhagavan Nama, because all the scriptures say that. You chant the glory of God. Think of Atma alone. Atma is the Bhagavan. Okay, Bhagavan, Ishvara, etc. The Atma is God. So we should chant the glory of Bhagavan, Swadhyayam. That is Abhyasanam. Okay. Then what else? Hitam Vakyam Swadhyaya Abhyasanam Chayat. That is Vangmayam Tapas. This is called Vangmayam Tapas. See, this in the colleges or school even, all this bullying, then ragging, these things are all totally against this tapas, Vangmayam tapas. People do all that. They have their own reasons, that is ragging is good, it will improve the strength of the mind. No, it is all wrong. We have no right to hurt others. We have no right to anudvegakaram vakyam. We should not do that. We shouldn't do all that in the college, schools, etc. Right? Yeah. Don't talk anything that can cause damage to others. This is the Vangmayam tapas. Regarding this Swadhyayam, there is a beautiful verse. How to lead a life, how to lead a life. Pradar Vaidika Karmadastadanu Sad Vedanta Sanchintaya Paschat Bharata Moksha Dharma Mananad Vasishtha Ramayanat Sayam Bhagavadartha Divya Kathaya Ratrau Nididhyasanad Kalo Gacchati Na Sharira Bharanam Prarabdha Kandharpitam. Pradar Vaidika Karma Tas Tadanu Sad Vedanta Sanchinte. Morning, do all the prescribed Vaidika karmas as per the individual tradition and as per the whatever we have been following in the family. Continue doing it. That is morning, all the rituals. All these are Deva Puja only. All those will be some Deva Puja, etc. Right? Some of the born Brahmin people community, etc. They normally have Panchayatana Puja in their home, and others as per their some houses they have a Saligrama or Shivalinga in the kitchen itself. They keep as per their tradition and they do puja before they start their cooking, etc. So whatever the Deva Puja or whatever the rituals they have been following earlier, we should continuously do that. So that is Pradar Vaidika Karma das Tadanu Sad Vedanta Sanchintaya. After that, study of Vedanta, scriptures, Bhagavad Gita, Upanishad, etc. Study, and Paschat Bharata Moksha Dharma Mata. Afterwards, Mahabharatam. Okay, which is Moksha Dharma Mananat, then Vasishtha Ramayanam, Yoga Vasishtam. It is called Vasishtha Ramayanam or Jnana Ramayana also it is called. One we all know, Valmiki Ramayanam we know. Another is Vasishtha Ramayanam. Also it is called Yoga Vasishtam. Okay, where sage Vasishtha is giving Atma Jnanam to Sri Rama at the young age. So it's a beautiful Yoga Vasishtam. So please read Yoga Vasishta. You will get books and commentaries, etc. So Vasishtha Ramayanad Sayam evening Bhagavadartha Divya Kathaya Srimad Bhagavatam. Read Bhagavatam and understand the Artham etc. Bhagavadartha Divya Kathaya, the story of Bhagavan, Krishna. Ratrau Nididhyasanad. Night contemplate. Contemplate on whatever we have been studying during the daytime through our actions, all the actions that we did, and also whatever we studied, Vedanta and Srimad Bhagavatam, Yoga Vasishtam, etc. Nididhyasanad, contemplate on it. This is how Kalo Gacchati. This is how to spend the time and put the body into the prarabdha. Okay, that is a beautiful verse which I wanted to quote. So this is the Vangmayam tapas. One more time we will read. Anudvegagaram vakyam satyam priyahitam chayad swadhyayabhyasanam chaiva Vangmayam tapa uchyate. This is the Vangmayam tapas. The first one was Shariram tapas. This is the Vangmayam tapas. So the next is Manasam tapas, Manomaya tapas. 16th verse we will read. Manah prasada saumyatvam Maunam Atma Vinigraha Bhava Samshuddhi Rityetat Tapo Manasamuchyate. Manah Prasada Saumyatvam Maunam Atma Vinigraha Bhava Samshuddhi Rityetat Tapo Manasamuchyate. Manah Prasadaha. Manah Prasadam means at all times should keep the mind in a pleasant state. Okay, keeping the mind in a pleasant state at all times. We should always try to be a pleasant mind. So, and that can only be done through Atma Vicharam, Atma Jnana. Okay, only it can be through Tattva Bodham. So the mind, keeping the mind in a pleasant state, bring the mind to equanimity. Whenever it is getting disturbed, put the Tattvajnanam into picture and analyze it. Why am I unhappy here? What is the reason? Right? Doing this analysis of the mind will bring the mind to watch the mind. Watch the mind means analyze it. Okay? Analyze it. Why? What is the reason? Through Tattvajnana. Okay, with the jnanam, bring the mind to prasadam. So keep the mind at all times in prasadam, manah prasadam. It's a tapas. It is a tapas actually. Okay, it is a tapas. It's an austerity. Then saumyatvam. That is, behave gently, softly with all. The actions, the movements, the way we speak. Okay, even if you have to say some unpleasant, suppose even if it is unpleasant, put it in a very nice manner, you put it across. Talk very nicely. It is not necessary to move away from whatever we are sure of. It is not to, suppose you believe in certain thing, it is not that you should move away from that. Okay, staying inside, staying with whatever principles, following your principles without deviating from the principles, you can speak to the other in a gentle way and stern. Okay, you can be stern. We can be stern because without moving away from our principles, it is sternness has to be there. But the words can be soft. Words can be softer. No need to be harsh words and harsh expressions, body language. Okay, all that should be avoided. Saumyatvam is necessary. So, manah prasada. But it will all come from manah prasada. You see, when the mind is in a pleasant state, you can do that. We will definitely be able to speak softly. Speak softly means behave softly. Mind can be. Saumyatvam is required. Maunam. Silence of the mind. Okay. Maunam. Maunam is, what is opposite to Maunam? Opposite to Maunam is Manorajyam. Mind doing, daydreaming. In other words, daydreaming. Thinking of what I will do. I will start getting this much money. After that I will do this, and after that I will do this. After that I will do. There are some stories also. Like I don't remember now. There are many stories on this Mano Vicharam, and then he just breaks all the pots, etc. There are some stories. So, Maunam. Maunam is just opposite this. When the mind is scattered on various things, just daydreaming, without any use, daydreaming. Opposite to that is Maunam, silence of the mind. Then, Atma Vinigraha, keep the mind in only Atma. See, the mind can have only two places to dwell. Either the mind can think of all the result of the actions, right, and can be anxious, or the mind can be in Bhagavan. Only two things. The mind can dwell either on God or on all the results of the actions. Either the action that has been done earlier, or what am I going to do and what will happen if I do this, if I do that, or what have I done and what will be the result, or some result that has already happened, dwelling on that. So this is always karma phalam only. Always dwelling on the karma phalam only. Or it can be in God alone. When it is on karma phalam, it is scattered from one karma phala to something else and to something else. It goes on jumping like a monkey. It will go from here to there. It will not stay in one thought. It will go here and there. The other way is mind keeping on Bhagavan, Atma. So Atma Vinigraha means keep the mind in God alone. So then there is a question, how is it possible? How is it possible to do when we are in Vyavaharam? That is why the Acharya said, in Malayalam there is a beautiful verse, Yadonnu kanmadadu Narayana Pradima, Yadonnu kelpadadu Narayana Shrudigal, Yadonnu cheivadadu Narayana Archanagal, Yadonnidokke Hari Narayana Nama. Whatever we are seeing, whatever we are smelling, whatever we are tasting, etc., everything is Narayana only, Bhagavan only, Atma only. Because Ishavasya Midam Sarvam, all of that, whatever is appearing, everything is God alone. Why? Because the substratum of the whole universe is Chaitanyam. Gold is the fundamental of all ornaments. Similarly, Brahman is the fundamental thing of Vastu, of all the manifestations here. Okay, so that because anything that appears in consciousness has to be consciousness only, right? So you have to put this Anvaya Vyatireka. If consciousness is there, world is there. If gold is there, ornaments are there. One is the Karanam, gold is the cause, ornaments are the effect. Cause and effect. Very simple. Gold is there, ornaments are there. If there is no gold, there are no ornaments. Then what is the inference? That means all the ornaments are gold. I will repeat again. If gold is there, ornaments are there. If there is no gold, in the absence of gold, there is no ornaments only. So the inference is all the ornaments are gold. Similarly, the consciousness is there, the world is there. If there is no consciousness, this is only a hypothetical condition, okay? There is no such situation where there is no consciousness, okay? There is no Bhagavan, no, nothing like that. But through this Vyatireka, Anvaya Vyatireka Yukti we have to use. If consciousness is there, the world is there. That is no, in our experience only we know. It is because of the reason that we are conscious, we are able to experience a world. Okay? A world appears in consciousness. What is the world made of? 5 big elements. And right from Akasha, Akashad Vayuhu, Vayoragnihi, Agneravaha, Adhyah Prithvi, Prithivya Oshadayaha, Oshadhibhyonnam, Annat Purushaha. So this from where? Tasmadva etasmad atmana akashas sambhutaha, Taittiriya Upanishad. So from the consciousness, the Akasha is appeared. Akasha appears. So, in consciousness, suppose I am the one who is doing this contemplation, I understand that in my consciousness the world appears, right from the Akasha to everything else, right? So, anything that is appearing in consciousness, if there is consciousness is there, this world appears. All the objects, let it be anything, any object, let it be sun, let it be the galaxies, right? Everything appears in consciousness. It is an appearance in consciousness. So, if consciousness is there, the world is there. If there is no consciousness, the world disappears. There is no world only. That means the world that appears is consciousness. That is the world. The another word for consciousness is Atma or Brahman. Okay, Bhagavan. Brahmedi Paramatmedi Bhagavanidi Shabdyate. Okay, this is a Bhagavan only. So it is Bhagavan is there, this world is appearing. If Bhagavan is not there, there is no world. That means the world is Bhagavan. Let it be any object. Let it be A, B, C, X, Y, Z, doesn't matter. Everything is appearing in consciousness. And that consciousness is only one. Ekameva advitiyam. There are no two consciousness. Only one consciousness. Okay? The consciousness makes thing appear. Anything that is appearing, either to me or you or somebody else, consciousness has to be there. Without consciousness, nothing can appear. Suppose somebody says, no, I die. Then, but suppose you say, take a bottle, I die, but this appearing. Consciousness is there, no? If the bottle to appear to somebody else, consciousness has to be there, is it not? This body might disappear, another body will disappear, but consciousness must be there. Think about it, okay? So, that is, keep the mind in Bhagavan only, Atma Vinigraha, and through that, through constant contemplation of this, will produce or will lead to Bhava Samshuddhi. Okay, Bhava Samshuddhi is, will have a purity of the heart that see God in everything. See God in everything. God alone is there. There is nothing other than God. So, Bhava, that is Bhava Samshuddhi. That is a purity. Bhavam is another word for, subtle, your mind. Okay, the subtleness or the mind. Okay, that subtle body you can say, or moody body. So that bhavam will be pure, samshuddhi. It will become pure only when it sees God in everything. Okay, God, everything is God. That is bhava samshuddhi, and this is all of this. Manah prasadam, keeping the mind in a pleasant state at all times. Saumyatvam, behave gently and softly with all, not only with the humans, but also with animals, plants, birds, etc. Have that saumyatvam, be gentle. Have that gentleness with them. Don't be harsh with them. Okay, not only humans, others also. Maunam, silence of the mind. No daydreaming. Keep the mind focused on God only. And whatever you see, think of this, ma manusmara yudhyacha. Think of me and do your yuddham, Arjuna. Do you fight the war, ma manusmara, think of me. Maunam, atma vinigraha, bhava samshuddhi, iti ete, all of this, whatever explained so far, is manasam tapaha. This is the austerity of the mind. So far Bhagavan explained three types of tapas: Shariram tapaha, Vangmayam tapaha, Manasam tapaha. The austerity of the body, speech and mind. So now Bhagavan is going to say that is Sattvika tapas. These three types of tapas put together is called Sattvika tapas. Let us read the next verse. 17. Shradhaya paraya taptam tapastat trividham naraihi afalakamshibhir yuktaihi satvikam parichakshate. Shradhaya paraya taptam tapastat trividham naraihi afalakamshibhir yuktaihi satvikam parichakshate. Aphala kamshibhi means those who are desireless for any sort of material benefits. Phala means fruits of an action. Fruits of the act, all the actions are called phalam, and aphala kamshibhi, there is absolutely no desire for any phalam. Phalam will be there, but there is no desire for it. For action, there will be a result. There will be a fruit. But there is no adamancy. Okay? There is no that insist that I want this phalam only. Any phalam is Bhagavan's giving. It's a prasadam. Bhagavan's prasadam. Ishvara prasadam it is. So, aphala kamshibihi, those who are desireless for any sort of material benefits. Yuktaihi. What is yukti? Yukti is one whose buddhi is established in Bhagavan. It's Atma. That is through Atma Vicharam. That is Atma Vicharam is what? Who am I? What is my true nature? Am I this body? Am I this mind? Or is it something else? Right? So like that, one who is dwelling on the Chaitanyam within me, which I realize, which I understand, that is yuktaihi, established. So the mind is established in Bhagavad Buddhi, which already we explained last time. Some bhava samshuddhi we explained, no? So yuktaihi, those established in Bhagavad Buddhi, naraihi, by human beings, paraya sraddhaya, through or by purifying the mind, and what is the goal? The only goal is Brahma Sakshatkaram, Atma Sakshatkaram, Bhagavad Darshanam, Bhagavad Prapti, Moksham, liberation, freedom. All these are all same thing only. Okay? Moksham is no different from Atma Sakshatkaram. Moksham is no different from freedom from this bondage. No tightness in the heart. Okay? Free. So, Naraihi Paraya Sraddhaya. So it is the only goal is Atma Sakshatkaram, and through purifying the mind, Taptam Tat Trividham, by practicing these three types of austerities. Three types of austerities, Taptam Tat Trividham. So three types of austerities, that is Shariram Tapas, which we explained, Vangmaya Tapas, and Manasam tapas. All these three types, taptam, tat, trividam, three types which we explained earlier, is called Satvikam Parichakshate, is known as Satvika Shraddha tapas. So it is the Satvika Shraddha through which this tapas, these three type of tapas put together is called Satvika Shraddha or Satvika tapas. So, why do we need Sattva Gunam? Why are we doing this tapas, Sattva tapas? It is for purification of the mind. It removes all the impurities, the attachment and aversion of the mind. Raga Dveshas is totally removed, and Sattva Gunam leads to Atma Sakshatkara. Okay, we have to be prepared for the jnanam to flourish. For the jnanam, we have the understanding that Aham Brahmasmi, Intellectual clarity is there, aham brahmasmi, but it is not giving its fruits because the mind is not purified. So the mind has to be purified. It should be removed of all the impurities. That is why all karmas are done as yajnam. So Bhagavan explained about yajnam, sattvika yajnam, etc., rajasa yajnam, tapasa yajnam, and tapas, three types of tapas: vangmayam tapas, shariram tapas, and manasam tapas. These three types of tapas, the way explained earlier, if it is done, that is called sattvika tapas, through which the mind becomes purified, right? So that sattva gunam, that is why it is called sattvika shraddha tapas, and this sattva gunam leads to atma sakshatkaram. Okay, so this must be practiced without desiring any bhautika phalam, without desiring any material benefits. Very important. Okay, there are many people who do tapas. Many people, many among us also, we do a lot of tapas. But the tapas is not aphala kamkshibihi. There is a phalam is there. Phalam, we want that. Either we want money, or we want resolution, or we want to buy a property, or we want to study something. People, the children, they do a tapas, going away from the family and staying in abroad and studying, right? Rigorous study, acquiring, etc. But there is phalam in it. Phala. So tapas we are doing. There is nothing wrong in it. But if you want to have atma sakshatkaram, that has to be aphala kamkshibihi. There should not be any desire for the bhaudika phalam. No money, no property, nothing. Okay. So aphala kamkshibihi. That is important point here in this verse, aphala kamkshibihi. And let whatever phalam, let it be, leave it to God. Okay, whatever Bhagavan gives is okay. Okay, it is to be left to God, and the goal is, we already explained, the goal of this tapas is chitta shuddhi, purification of the mind, removal of attachment and aversion. When the mind is withdrawn from the phala, we already said the mind has got only two, either on the phalam, that is anxious about the phalam, or the mind can dwell upon Bhagavan. So when we withdraw from the phalam, where to put it now? Because the mind needs something, right? Mind needs something. So put that mind in Bhagavan, Atma. If it is an Ishtadevata, fine. Krishna, Rama, or Hanuman, or anyone, Devi, any Ishtadevata, Shiva, any Ishtadevata. Put the mind in a God. In God. Let it be Ishtadevata or Brahman. Anything is fine. Okay. So put the mind, remove it, withdraw it, retract the mind from the phalam of all the actions. Okay, don't be anxious. That is what. So whatever be the phalam, it's Bhagavan's prasadam. Put it in Bhagavan. That is the Bhagavan. This is how Bhagavan wants to keep. Okay, leave it. Okay, so this is how we have to do the sattvika shraddha, and we have to purify the mind. So Bhagavat Prapti is the only goal in life. Never forget the goal. At all times, never forget. Bhagavan said, Mam anusmara. Anusmara, not smara. Anusmara. Every moment you remember me. Every moment you remember me, and do your karma. Do whatever swadharma we have, continue doing it. Okay? Mam anusmara yudhyaja. So the goal, never forget the goal, the Bhagavat Prapti or Moksham is the only and only goal of my life. Never deviate from this. Never fall down from this thought. Okay? And we will continue from 18th verse about Rajasam, etc. We will talk. Okay? Next class. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Harihi Om Tat Sat. Brahmarpanamastu.